So this is a fictional, hypothetical debate essay that I'm sharing. But first, a bit of background. So I am reading the Book of Belial, which is a 14th century narrative written by an Italian lawyer and bishop who was trying to use known stories in the Bible in order to teach about the legal process. In the story, Belial is the advocate for Lucifer, who is suing Jesus for trespassing into hell and taking souls out. They make the argument in the book early on that hell had a contract to those souls that had lasted indefinitely, or not indefinitely, it had been in place for a very, very long time. That a human being showed up on earth, claimed to be the son of God, pissed a lot of people off, and ended up being killed. Then showed up at the gates of hell and essentially said, "Hi, I'm the son of God, let me in, I'm taking these souls." And they say, well, nobody advised us. None of the due process took place. We have a lasting and binding legal contract, and we had no reason to trust the authority of that being. Anyway, partway through the book, they make an argument, and this is what the response is to, which is that, so originally the advocate wasn't Belial, it was Lucifer. The author actually changed it to Belial because they thought it'd be better received, which it wasn't, but what can you do? Anyway, the common argument made against Lucifer in especially Christian framed text, which is, the last 2,000 years of Western literature, is do not let him speak. If you let him speak, he will deceive you. That is the most common argument, and that is what I am responding to in this debate fictional essay. Okay. You say your warnings are for my own good, and you claim that the risk to my mind and soul isn't worth it, regardless of what the other party might want to say. You advise silence, and in doing this you insult my intelligence and my capacity, not just for discernment, but for recovery. Do you let them speak, or do you also insist on silence? If you do not hear them out, you concede more than you intend. You show that your truth is easily torn apart with nuance and poetry. You tell me that your tools are inadequate for the task of conversing with this being, and in saying this, you confess to being inferior to their mind. You use clinical language to avoid having real conversations. If this is your way of modeling to me what I should do, I reject this. If you do hear them out, but caution me not to do the same, then you are positioning me as fragile and in need of protection. If you are at the same level of the deceiver and you can hear them out, but I cannot, you could deceive me just as easily as the being you warn me about. Why should I trust you? They may deceive me. Very well, let it be. I will listen deeply, scan for inconsistency, comb through logic, and take the time and space I need to receive and metabolize their words. To hear someone out fully is to step into a transitional state with them, into a room where exploration is welcome, and first sentences are just that, first sentences. I will use my brain, my rational logic, maybe my relational logic. I will use my brain, my rational logic. This is how humans learn. I would rather the mess of a genuine mistake than the polished mask of a coerced agreement. If I am misled, a lot can be learned in the journey. Or are we all meant to sit still and pretty? Every defense might persuade, every advocate might influence, words might not land, and they may sit like seeds scattered on concrete producing no growth. Wasted potential, dormancy waiting for a wind to carry the seeds to better soil. So be it. Would you truly lock up all ideas if there were potential for infection, for contamination? Who does this really protect? I will hear them out and take the risk that comes with it. I refuse your call for silence, not because listening is without danger, but because that is worth more than the danger of the gag and binding you propose. There is value in self-correction. Silence is a modern cage, a black mirror that seems mysterious and dangerous, but actually muddies and obscures what it reflects so that no real perception can result. It is gravitas mistaken for raw reality. So that is my fictional debate and response to They Might Deceive You.